So here we have the BMW Z4 on a 10 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. From the outside though, you can see it's got alloy wheels. Going to start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. As we approach the back of the car, you can see we have reversing sensors. Currently the roof is down, of course, which means it's occupying a section of the boot, which gives us the space underneath here. Let me show you what it's like with the roof up in terms of storage space. As you can see, you get loads of extra space with the roof back up again. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back around to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside of it from there. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left-hand side, we have the speedometer and fuel gauge. On the right-hand side, the rev counter and the coolant temperature gauge. In the centre, you can see the total miles for the car. They are 57,965. You can change the information displayed above that for various bits of trip computer and fuel economy information. And also within that section, it will show you what gear this car is in. It's an automatic, so we are in park at the moment. You can also change gear manually with this car using this push-pull paddle, and you can use it on either side to change up and down a gear. We have our stereo controls and phone controls out on the steering wheel as well. In the centre, first of all, we have dual zone climate control. You can adjust the passenger temperature, the driver temperature. You can increase and decrease the fan speed. You can determine what direction you'd like the air to be distributed in. And when you're happy with those settings, you can turn your air conditioning off, back on again, or hit auto. The car will now take control of the fan speed and direction of the air to maintain the temperatures you've asked for. You can press auto again. You'll go back to whatever settings you had that on previously. Working our way down from there, we have the stereo, which comprises of the CD player, as you can see. We have AM/FM radio, CD player, auxiliary input and USB input available. If you press the menu button, you'll be able to pair your phone, access your trip computer, and you can configure things. For example, you can change that to kilometers per hour, to Fahrenheit. You can change the time from up on here as well. Beneath that, if I move the gear lever out of the way, we have a heated driver seat with 3 heat settings, and the same for the passenger side. That button opens the roof, which I'll show you in a moment, and this one will close the roof. We then have the gear lever for the fully automatic gearbox. You can change the driving setup of the car from here. You can turn off the traction control as well, and we have the electronic handbrake for the car too. So if I press the button to open the roof, the first thing that will happen is that the windows will go down. The rear screen will go up and sit above the roof section. The tailgate will open, and then the roof section along with the rear windscreen will fold away into the rear of the car. And as you can see, very quick. If I leave my finger on that button for long enough, the windows will then automatically come back up again, as they've done now. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at Glenbourne's. We'd love to hear from you soon.